Everyone. I'm back and I've missed you so much. The recent whirlwind of events has been incredibly intense, and it even took a toll on my health. I'm exhausted. There's just so much to keep up with. It feels like there's barely a moment to catch my breath before the next challenge arrives. Today, I'm eager to share with you a powerful video from inside Congress, the Ways and Means Committee. It's a compelling watch that you won't want to miss, so stay tuned to the end. But first, let's explain a little bit about the way the founders intended our system of government to work.
They wanted no more mothering hand. They knew the time had come for them to take command. It's very clear you're being unfair, King. No matter what you say, we won't obey. Gonna hold a revolution now, King, and we're gonna run it all away with no more King.
We're gonna elect a president.
No more King.
He's gonna do what the people want.
No more King.
We're gonna run things our way.
No more King.
Nobody's gonna tell us what to do.
Rocking and a rolling, sishing and a splashing over the horizon. What can it be? Looks like it's going to be
A free country.
You remember watching those cartoons back in the 70s on Saturday morning? You know, the Schoolhouse Rock ones. They had a song on one of them called the Three-Ring Government.
here, right here at school. Felt like a fool when they called my name, talking about the government and how it's arranged, divided in three like a circus. Ring one, executive, two is legislative, that's Congress. Ring three, judiciary. See, it's kinda like my circus.
That explains this very well. It showed the government like a three-ring circus with different acts doing different things. One of the teams is called Congress. Think of them like the people who make the rules for the whole country. They also get to decide how much money the country can spend. This is a big job because it's like holding the country's piggy bank. They have a special group in Congress called the Ways and Means Committee. This group is super important because they mostly deal with our taxes and making sure that the government has the money it needs. They also watch over important things like our Social Security and Medicare, just to name a few of the important things. Another important thing that Congress does is they keep an eye on the other teams or branches of the government to make sure that they're all following the rules. To do this, sometimes they have to ask people to come and tell them what's going on. You know, it's like if the teacher's out of the room and something happens, she's going to ask one of the students to tell her what occurred. In our country, it is against the rules for someone to say they won't talk to Congress when Congress asks them to. They have to come in and share what they know. Sometimes people forget how important it is for everyone to work together and follow the rules. Republican, Democrat, Independent, we're all in this together. It's our country. Even though we might not have learned the lessons watching those Schoolhouse Rock cartoons, or maybe life got a little busy, or maybe people just don't remember as good as they used to, but it's still important. So just like the Schoolhouse Rock, our government has three parts that need to work together and keep an eye on each other. Congress makes the rules and controls the money, and it's important for everyone to be honest with them when they ask questions. This helps make sure our country is run fairly and that no one person or one group becomes too powerful. That's our current situation. Even though we might forget these lessons that we've learned through these fun cartoons, these ideas about fairness and balance are still super important to our country today. Now that you have an idea how things are supposed to work, I'd like you to watch this clip from March the 13th of this year. It's the Ways and Means Committee, and they want questions answered. So this is Congressman John B. Larson asking some questions that we all want to know the answers to, and he's upset. And once you listen to him, you need to be upset too. So until next time, stay curious, stay informed. Tap that subscribe button thing. It won't cost you a penny. And why not smash the like button a few times? And I'll see you guys in the next video. So watch this.
A sad morning. Very sad morning. When this committee, the oldest and most continuous in the Congress, neglects its responsibility and essentially holds this hearing today to block any further discussion. The men and women on this committee are good people. They're honest and caring people. And that's why I do not understand why you would relegate this committee to no longer being of significance and resort to saying you will do whatever Elon Musk and Donald Trump tell you to do. Where's the independence of the committee? Where's the legislature? We're an equal branch of government. And you start off with a blather, and yet look at the empty seats here. Where's Elon Musk? I'm sure he's a genius and is a very credible person because of the wealth he's accumulated. But that does not put him above the law or the responsibility to come before this committee in this Congress. If he's so great, if these plans and all the fraud and abuse that he's found are so eminent, why isn't he here explaining it? You know why. Because he's out to privatize Social Security. He's been on television the last couple of days talking exactly about Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, and what he intends to do. Privatize it. The American people, some of them may have been born at night, but not last night. People are aware of this. Every single one of your districts, all the money that comes in monthly, and you have not done, you as a Congress, have not done anything in more than 54 years. And now you have someone coming in to privatize a system, something you have longed to do going back to 1982, because Elon Musk thinks that this is the best thing to do. President Trump has called Social Security a scam. Elon Musk, as chairman, as Mr. Neal said, called it a Ponzi scheme. Ask that of the people in your district. Ask that, Mr. Smith, of the more than 198,000 people in your district who rely on Social Security, and you won't even let the person who's planning to privatize it, who's telling the big lie in front of everyone, in bold as he possibly can, saying, this is what we're going to do. The Congress is in our back pocket. We don't even have to come before them and testify because we control the House, we control the Senate, and we control the presidency. And it's the tyranny of the executive. It's why these resolutions were first adopted back in 1789, because the founding fathers knew that the executive branch does not have total authority over the legislature, unless you have a willing party that says, no, we're going to do exactly what you tell us to do, Mr. Musk and Mr. President. It doesn't matter to our constituents. It doesn't matter how much money they are not going to receive. We're not even going to tell them the truth about what's going to happen to them. And every single one of these districts where they're being shut down and their personnel, and as Mr. Neal said, Dan, after you cut and eliminate the people, say the agency isn't responding accordingly. No other agency operates for under less than 1%. With that, they administer to over 70 million people in the nation's #1 anti-poverty program for the elderly and children. Shame! Shame! Can't bring people in front of this body? If he's right, if they're so good, if they're so just, why aren't they here telling the American people about it? They're not, because you know the truth. It's about privatization. I yield back.